Austin, Texas, and Aspen, Colorado. Very nice place, Aspen. A small villagey type atmosphere with a population of only 5,000 people, which is quite amazing when you think of the reputation of the place. So this is a quick replay of the catch just on the far side there in that black jersey. Here's Oscar Sevilla. He's now back in the fold, and also being pulled back was Matty Cook. So here's the leader, still holding on. In fact, he's got a 10-second advantage still over Lachlan Norris, and he's stretched out his gap over the peloton now back to 25 seconds. But I think they're just backing off, waiting for the final lap.
The peloton comes off that bend now. We're searching for the finishing line, and for this we're looking at Lachlan Norris. He's trying to get back up alongside Javier Megias. May as well wait for him and get together and help each other. They've gone under now with 2 laps to go.
Rather strange that, because although it looks as if the main field was starting to pull this race all back together, they, in fact, with that acceleration of Javier Megias, he's stretched out his advantage over the peloton to 25 seconds. But I think he's just delayed the inevitable.
Well, the colours have changed at the front. They now match the colour of the sky here in Denver. They are blue, and this is the American United Healthcare team who's got to the front. They have a very fast finishing German cyclist on their squad in Robert Forster. Robert has won stages of the Tour of Italy and the Tour of Spain. He's never quite got over the line first in the Tour de France, so they want him to win today.
Yeah, but he's had a fantastic season, Forster, with 5 wins scattered around the world in such places as Spain and Malaysia and the United States, and of course even in China.
That's absolutely right. The world of cycling is really spreading big. In October this year there will be a first tour of Beijing, which will visit many of the sites of the 2008 Olympic Games in that place. But right now this is a brand new race here in the state of Colorado, and quite clearly the gap of 23 years since we last had a big race here has been felt by the people, because they've turned out in huge numbers.
Very quickly back to the front now, we can see the acceleration of this young rider, Javier Megias. I'm a little bit surprised, Phil, that if he's looked over his shoulder to see another guy coming across, that he doesn't wait for him, because two riders together would have a little bit of a chance of survival off the front end of the peloton, but one man being chased by one man, being chased by 120, that ain't going to work.
But you know, he's pulled away. He's pulled away from Lachlan Norris, so there's nobody waiting for Lachlan. If Lachlan can't match his pace, he's still pretty strong, but in the distance is the pack.
Megias looks over his shoulder. You can see that the chaser is there, but you know that he's got about a 5-second advantage now over Norris, the Australian rider on HTC, but it's only 15 seconds now back to the main field, which still contains Levi Leipheimer, Van der Velde, TJ Van Garderen and Tommy Danielson. All of those top riders are the top 4 riders, separated by a mere 21 seconds. And still, Ivan Basso's not scared about coming to the front and dishing out a bit of pain.
No, Basso, the man who has won the Tour of Italy on 2 occasions, now doing domestic duty to try and get his sprinter back into the race for the win. Elia Viviani, who's won the last 2 days of this race with his sprint, and so he'd be odds-on favourite if they all come together this time around.
Yep, but to do that, they've got to try and pull this man back, and of course the other rider who's halfway across the gap. It really is a status quo currently. Look at the main field, it's stretched out into a very long arrowhead. That's because there's a number of teams doing serious pacemaking on the front end of that line. And United Healthcare, presented by Maxis, are doing a great job. And their man, Robert Forster, must be itching with a chance to try and get himself a victory here.
Well, the halfway round is penultimate lap at the moment. The field of some 114 riders, I think, left in the race. We lost quite a few yesterday on the long road to Breckenridge. Half a dozen riders finding it just a little bit too hard with 1 day to go. The field, though, here now more problematical with those 2 riders who are left up front. And I have to say that Javier Megias is doing the ride of his life today here.
No, he certainly is, but I have to predict that he will get caught, Phil, because there's a lot of concerned riders in this main peloton. They will want to try and pull him back probably before the start of the final lap proper, because then they can get themselves organised and get a lead-out trade sorted out for the sprinters.
Well, they've got to do it in about the next 3 kilometres in that case.
Yep, still locked in exactly the same. Megias looks over his shoulder. You can see just in the distance Lachlan Norris, the Australian from HTC Hiram, a little bit further back.